Listen carefully. There's a woman in your life who laughs at your jokes, texts you late at night, and tells you about her fears, but she never treats you the way she wishes. This fact should make you feel uneasy because it means you're minutes away from something great, but you don't know how to get there. Most men think attraction starts with words, looks, or luck. They believe it's a matter of whether you're interested or not. If she sees you as just a friend, the door is closed to you forever. But that's a lie. A comforting lie, a lie that makes you feel small. Let me tell you something no one has ever told you before. Women don't fall in love because of what men say. They are drawn to the way a man makes them feel about themselves in his presence. Now, with him, she feels safe, stable, and at peace. You are the person she opens her heart to, not someone she thinks will hurt her. And she knows he will hurt her because you were kind. You listened to her. You were present. You did everything perfectly. But when a man confidently enters the room, she ignores you. Unfortunately, it's not psychological. Look, attraction isn't built on comfort alone. Comfort breeds friendship. Attraction requires tension, uncertainty, and emotional stimulation. And you ignored all of that, presenting it in a friendly and harmless way. You taught him, without words, that he couldn't see himself as someone who might lose himself. So she's not afraid of losing you at all. And if she's not afraid of losing you, she probably doesn't want you. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Women don't feed on desire. They feed on survival, on intuition, on a man who doesn't try to impress her because he knows who he is. Now, when you talk to her, your energy is saying, please love me. Even if you don't say it aloud, she hears it. Women are experts at understanding what men hide. She knows you're emotionally attracted to her. She knows she holds sway over your emotions. She knows you'll be there even if she offers nothing. And this knowledge kills attraction, not because she's cruel, but because desire doesn't grow where there's no risk. So when I say 3 minutes, I don't mean tricks. I mean 3 minutes to change how you see yourself. 3 minutes outside the realm of your emotions. 3 minutes into the unknown. Because when you see yourself differently, everything changes. Not by begging, not by confessing, not by opening your heart, but by taking control of your emotional presence. You're learning when to back down, when to lead, when to make your point, and when to let silence speak louder than words. You're over-explaining now, showing excessive willingness and over-investing, and she senses it. In the next few moments of this journey, I'm going to show you how to change this without hurting her, without losing her, and without becoming a fake. You're not betraying her. She's about to awaken something she's been suppressing. But first, you have to accept this fact. She doesn't need you anymore. She needs another version of you. That version is closer to you than you think. Let me ask you a question that might be uncomfortable. When was the last time she needed attention? Certainly not when you responded immediately. It's not appropriate to listen to her when you've lost everything, nor to stay up all night offering emotional support. When has she ever truly stood by you? For most men, the answer is never. You know you're emotional, and she always knows which side of you she'll accept. Offering support, constant presence, kindness, a safe environment, and openness are the quickest ways to avoid attracting attention. This is something women rarely say outright. They want to feel chosen, not exploited. They want to feel that your attention is valued, not taken for granted, like something they might lose if they stopped being active. Now, she no longer has to compete for you. So her consciousness always places you in the category of people who exist. And once you reach this stage, desire becomes difficult. Desire is completely absent. No chaos, no games, no ambiguity, no sense of anticipation. Does she see me as I see her? This question generates emotional energy, and you release it. You've been trying to prove yourself for too long. Strong men never prove themselves. They demonstrate their capabilities. They live life to the fullest and have principles. They don't sit idly by. They don't procrastinate, and they don't wait for an answer because their heartbeats depend on it. And when they speak, their words carry weight. So here's the first change. Stop being physically present immediately, not coldly, but in a safe way. When you truly open yourself up, you begin to respond. You stop prolonging pointless conversations. You let moments flow. You give yourself space. And space is where attraction breathes. When someone sends you a long emotional message, don't reply with 5 paragraphs. Respond clearly, calmly, and powerfully. Show him you care without becoming overwhelmed by your feelings for him, because being overwhelmed is difficult, and attraction hates neediness. Then change your tone of voice. Now you're speaking to him like a brother, a therapist, a trusted friend. You need to speak to him like a strong, assertive, arrogant, attentive, calm, and indirect man. When you tell her a story, you're not just reassuring her, you're gently teasing her, subtly challenging her ideas, smiling in your voice, and making her feel your presence rather than your attachment to her. There's power in this. Once you stop trying to win her over, she'll start winning you over, because women are naturally inclined to invest in things of emotional value. Value is built on limitations, not sacrifices. You sacrificed your dignity in the name of good. She felt it, but didn't know how to show it. Now, let me tell you a secret most men don't learn. Attractiveness is built by adding more, by removing what weakens you. Desire, overthinking, overexpression, and overforgiving. Let go of all of that. All that remains is presence, and presence is magical. In the next section, I'll show you how you can create a moment in minutes that will transform your emotional memory. Not with words, not with energy, not with time, and not with self-control. And once that moment arrives, you'll never look at yourself the same way again. Now listen carefully, because everything is about to change. Most men think that attraction is something that happens suddenly, but it isn't. It's something that's created in silence, in time, in the space between words. There's a small, subtle moment when a woman decides, without even realizing it, that she has deeper feelings for you. That moment is an emotional paradox. Now, every interaction with her feels the same, comfortable, warm, predictable. That's why she feels at ease in your presence. But comfort doesn't equate to happiness. Happiness lies in the nuances of different situations, in unexpected depths, in subtle directions. Here's how to create it. The next time you're with her, whether in person or on the phone, change your tone of voice. She's not joking, she's not acting, and she's not hesitating. She pauses, she listens more than she speaks. And when she does speak, she chooses her words carefully. Think about it. She's talking about her day, she's complaining, she's expressing her feelings. You are the old man, you are calm, you agree, you comfort. You are the young man, you listen, you stand, and then you say something genuine, like, "Come here. You are stronger than you think. Sometimes you forget." Spontaneous, unscripted, honest, calm words spoken slowly. This sentence is worth 1,000 compliments because it shows you as an empathetic leader. Women are more attracted to men who manage their emotional space, who don't get swept away by life's ups and downs, and who remain grounded. Now here's what changes everything: eye contact, presence of mind, and silence. If you're face to face, stop fidgeting. Stop checking your phone, stop looking around. When she speaks, look directly at her, attentively and comfortably, without rushing to respond. Let the silence prevail. Silence stirs emotions. When she feels something for you, her attraction to you intensifies. The same applies even if you're not face to face. Don't rush to respond. Don't elaborate. Give her some time to rest. A confident pause speaks louder than 10 messages. Secondly, be controlled in your revelations. Most men either conceal everything or reveal too much. Both of these things diminish the relationship's appeal. The key is choosing depth. Share something meaningful without seeking sympathy. For example, I care deeply about people's opinions. It took me years to stop downplaying things. Say it once, then move on. Don't justify yourself. Don't seek praise. She feels burdened by it because gentle strength is so rare. Now let's talk about physical strength, unyielding strength, unwavering strength, the way you sit, the way you stand, the way you move. Slow down, take your space, feel comfortable occupying space. Men who apologize for their bodies aren't attractive. Neither are men who are too comfortable with themselves. She always notices that. Here's something most men don't understand. Women are attracted to you based on how you make them feel. It's not about your judgment, your honesty, or their emotional state. So when you're apart, ask yourself, is she more radiant, powerful, calm, vibrant, and understanding right now? It's good to understand this. Change is better. You learn to be an emotional outlet, not just a safe haven. And once you realize this change, you begin to associate it with desire without knowing why. In the next section, I'll show you how to plant an idea in her mind that manifests in your absence. This is where attraction turns into addiction. This is where most men fall, not because of weakness, but because of impatience. When you start responding quickly, when you laugh more, when you get excited, they rush in, confess, push, reveal everything, and destroy the tension they just created. Attraction is like fire. Too little, it dies out. Too much, it burns. Your task is to control its flames. Now, listen carefully. When you redirect your energy, when you become aware of a different side of yourself, you are introducing emotional thoughts, not deception. Thoughts. You are planting thoughts without consequences. Here's how. One day, in the middle of a casual conversation, you say, "I know, talking to you is fun." The conversations never feel superficial. That's rare. Then you stop. You don't explain. You don't compliment him further. You let him settle. Her mind finishes the sentence for you. So he feels something else too, she thinks. This way, the attraction grows in her mind, not in your words. Another example, laugh together. The energy is positive. Honestly, you know we'd be dangerous together, right? Say it. Smile. Change the subject. This phrase accomplishes three things. It suggests compatibility, it suggests opportunity, and it suggests boundaries. It's appealing because it suggests control over the boundaries. Women trust men who control themselves. Now here's the part that requires self-control. Don't follow her reactions. If she blushes, don't comment. If she's silent, don't push her away. If she smiles, don't take advantage of it. Let her take it easy. This is where desire grows. Most men interrupt this stage with their own desires. They say, "Did that seem strange to you? I didn't mean it like that. I was just joking." And then they ruin everything. Don't apologize for your self-confidence. Don't explain why you're attracted. Remain silent. Now let's talk about this attraction. It's not about losing, it's about self-respect. After a difficult period, tone down your presence a little, not drastically, just enough. Take your time to respond. Slow down. Stay warm, but don't cling too tightly. Why? Because the human mind focuses entirely on what isn't there, entirely on what is. It starts asking, why do I miss talking to her today? Why am I looking at my phone? Why do I feel different? Congratulations. Without begging, without confessing, without pressuring, you're in her mind. That's power. Embrace it now. Don't make a big deal out of it when she asks what's changed. Say something simple. Lately, I've been focusing on my life. I feel good. This shows you have a clear purpose. You have self-confidence. You're not beating around the bush. Women are attracted to men who pursue their goals, not men who wait. Another secret. Don't make her the center of your emotional life. She should feel like an addition to your life, not its foundation. The moment you feel responsible for your happiness, the attraction will fade, because desire requires freedom, not obligation. You are learning emotional independence, and freedom is attractive. In the next section, I will show you how to break up when you are emotionally ready and how to move on without jeopardizing the friendship. That's a delicate moment. If you miss it, you're in trouble. Appreciate it and everything will change. Now we come to the moment most men misunderstand, the moment when attraction is present but weak, the moment when one wrong move could destroy your partner forever. So listen carefully. A woman won't tell you when she starts seeing you differently. She notices shapes, subtle changes, silent gestures, and deep breathing. She begins asking more personal questions, not out of politeness, but out of genuine curiosity. She remembers small details about you. She recalls shared moments. She starts conversations for no apparent reason. She finds an excuse to be with you. She mimics your voice. It will hold your attention for a while. It will notice your calmness. It will ask, "Are you okay?" These are often not fleeting occurrences, but rather emotional investments. There's no need to panic when you see them, no need to rush, and no need to praise yourself only to destroy yourself. Calmness is attractive, so be calm. Now, here's the crucial step. You need to create a quiet, honest moment. A moment, no confession, no conversation. It goes something like this. One day, when the atmosphere is positive, when you're relaxed and laughing, look at her for a second longer than usual. Smile a little and say, "You know, I love how I feel when I'm with you." Then she stops. No explanation, no pressure, no waiting. This sentence is powerful. It's emotional. It's urgent. It speaks the truth without demanding an answer. It opens a door without pushing. If she feels the same way, she's emotionally close. She softens. She says something meaningful. She lingers for a moment. If she's unsure, she can simply say so. She can joke around, she can avoid the topic altogether. And that's perfectly fine, because you're not rushing her. You're respecting her feelings, and that respect makes you more attractive. Most men would ruin everything here. They'd keep saying, "Do you love me too? I've loved you for a long time. I just wanted to tell you." Suddenly, you demand permission to be desired. Don't do that. Desire is felt, not negotiated. Understand this well. If you don't show love immediately, it doesn't mean you failed. It means the seed has been planted and it's growing quietly. Remain humble. Set clear boundaries. You move on with your life, and she moves on with hers, carrying your feelings with her. When a woman leaves with you, the security and emotional connection don't disappear. They grow stronger. Here's another truth. Some women need time to rebuild their relationship with you, to transform you from a friend into a potential partner in their eyes. It requires emotional stability, not pressure, but moments of calm, stability. You seem withdrawn, hurt, unhappy, but without despair. Over time, her perception of you will change. Let me be clear. If she continues to show no interest, curiosity, engagement, or emotional response, you should leave with dignity, not bitterness, anger, or problems, because self-respect is more valuable than any relationship. A man who can walk never disappears. He grows. In the final part, I'll connect all of this and show you the mindset that distinguishes desirable men from patient ones. Then I'll ask you a question that might change how you see yourself forever. That's when the whole picture becomes clear, not as a strategy, not as a mindset, but as an identity, because desirable men don't do anything different. They are different people. They don't try to win women over. They build lives that women want to be a part of. That change changes everything. Let me tell you the truth. No one is talking. The reason you're in the friend zone isn't because you're too nice, but because you're afraid of valuing yourself. You've put her at the bottom of the list, made her your source of emotional sustenance, a way to feel worthy. You've measured your worth by her reactions, and slowly, silently, she's taught you to see yourself as second best in your comfort zone, a secondary option. But here's the beautiful part. Now you can rewrite that story. A strong person wakes up every day with a purpose. They train their body, they train their mind, they monitor their time, they invest their time in the future. They don't beg for attention, they attract it. They don't cling to people, they choose them. When a man enters a woman's life, he infuses it with vitality. It's not pressure, but rather a sense of wonder, emotional weight, and energy. Women feel this immediately. They feel comfortable in his presence. They open up to each other. They feel curious because his presence seems like a privilege, not an obligation. And that's what attracts them so strongly. Understand this well. It's not your responsibility to convince him of your love. Your task is to be the person who doesn't need convincing, someone who respects themselves, someone who speaks consciously and purposefully, someone who listens attentively, someone who withdraws when they're uncomfortable, and a man who stays when he wants to. When you live like that, you won't hurt your sweetheart in 3 minutes. Little by little, she'll become the man she loves. This realization is powerful because it makes her feel like it's her choice, not pressure from you. Now, I want you to answer honestly. No lies, no pretense, just the truth. If I saw you today with your habits, your self-confidence, your boundaries, your mindset, and your direction, would you consider him the man you want or the man you can trust? Write your answer in the comments. I'll read it and reply. If this message touches something deep within you, makes you think differently, and challenges you, then like the video, subscribe to this channel, and share it with a friend who needs to hear it. Because becoming that person starts with a decision, and that decision is yours.